Hello. Okay. Now it's part 3 of the learning status of trading. You will see that where's the part 2, Isaac? YouTube decided to delete it, well, because it was copyrighted since I played 5 seconds of music, but yeah, rookie mistakes won't happen again. I'll give you a summarize of what we learned yesterday. It was pretty much about liquidity, which is really easy once you understand it. One thing though is I find that my mic is a bit too compressed and I don't know how to change it. Wow. All we can see is literally Trump everywhere on X. By the way, Trump released a meme coin on Solana. I don't remember what's the app for that. I think it's Phantom. No, Phantom's the wallet. What the fuck was it? Oh, it's Photon. Right. Photon. Fuck, I don't remember my password. I don't remember my password. Yep, okay. Password forgot. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Also, yesterday I had to, well, it's gonna be the same thing today. I got work at like 5, so like, I'm gonna cut off at like 4:30 if I'm kind. One thing I want to talk about is speed. How insane his streams are. Not because of him, but because of like what he like surrounds himself with. It's insane. Like no matter where he goes, it's like almost immediately like the whole fucking country just is in the streets looking for speed, which is an insane amount of love that he receives. God bless him, man, for real. Okay. You guys are about to see the dumbest fucking financial decisions I've ever made. It was during that time in November where there were multiple, well, where like meme coins is like crazy, but it's always like that. It's always the same fucking thing. I'm gonna show you in a minute, like why it goes crazy, and then after it's like less crazy, and then after it's crazy again. It's like, it's a cycle basically. It's easy to understand once you see the cheat sheet. I'm gonna show you guys. Ooh la la, ooh la la. Bro, can I not see my fucking password while I do it? It's so annoying. It's like I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing with it. Okay. Why is my live not living? Am I not live right now? Hmm. Why can I not see? Why is nothing working? Literally nothing is fucking working. I got hacked. It's over with. Okay, I think it's working. Holding. Yep. All my fucked up things I did. Perfect. Okay, why am I not live? Am I not live? Am I not live? What is going on? Nope, it's not working. I don't know. Oh, it's working. Why is it not working on my phone? Hmm. Hmm. Ooh la la. I think it's working now. I think it's working, lads. Okay, so good news. My stream of yesterday was not banned. Oh, wow. Can I show you that? Can I show this? I think I can. Alright, doesn't show like any data of like whatever you can refresh. Okay. Let's go over the investments I made. The smart ones only, of course. So what was this one? I don't remember. Okay. I think it was like during TJR streaming. He was like streaming on Kick. I think. He was just like, all right, bye, and I was like, one of the ones who were like, all right, I'm gonna buy. Like I was, yet again, like with my dumbass fucking small ass PC, so it wasn't loading at all. So like, I bought and just sold almost just immediately, bro. I mean, I made like, what, invest in one? I made, what is that? I made .02 on this. I made 26% on Chill Maga. Can we see my sell order? Whoa. Wait, I'm gonna show you guys something interesting. Well, something that is also very useful. This is the cheat sheet right here. Wait. Like, I mean, I feel like it's a very known cheat sheet. Like, almost everyone in trading knows that fucking cheat sheet. No Nut November was insane, bro. I should have sold. Bro, I made 8% on Huz, though, which is still insane. The Huz. How much? I made 0.1, and now I got $4, which you can't even do shit with, I think. Yeah, you can't. But, whoops. Where's the eraser? So, this was like meme coins in like every year meme coins are at this point, then oh shit, something popular is getting popular again. Oh shit, it's getting relevant. Oh shit, it's getting more relevant. Oh shit, it's getting more relevant. And then that's where a lot of people are starting to buy. And then, oh shit, we're all rich. Then when it gets to this point right here, it's when it's actually too relevant. It's like everybody fucking knows about meme coins at this point. Even my grandmother's fucking call me and say, "Oh, what is meme coins?" It's like, buy the Huzz coins, buy it, buy the Huzz coins, and then boom, liquidity sweep. You're fucked. But like at any point, like meme coins is always going to be something, like whether it's because it was like an era of like, okay, let's just invest in fucking shitcoin or fucking Huzz or fucking Moo, whatever the fuck. But meme coins are still something to the point where it's like wait. Fuck send it's like it's like things like this, bro. It's like things like this that gets popular off of just like, oh, we have to buy this coin right fucking now. We're gonna get fucking filthy rich. But no, you're fucking stupid. Don't. It's not worth it. Trust me, it's not. Because you're gonna, bro. The only thing you're gonna get out of this is being rug pulled. Now you're gonna fucking no. No. Like the only way you could be like profitable in meme coins is if it's your life. Yeah, wait. The Trump coin. No fucking way. The Trump fart. Where's the fucking... There was a Trump coin that just got... I mean, basically it was Trump who released this coin. Hey, what's up, Isaac? En forme? Who released this coin and just instantly fucking... I don't know, it just... Everyone got rug pull off of it. Even his wife, Melania, released this coin. And it just fucking rugged. Yeah, like, it's the only thing we can see. Is political everywhere in meme coins right now. Habibi. Elon. By the way, can we talk about Elon? It's like, everyone is like, oh my god, he did the fucking... the Nazi salute, but it's like, are you guys retarded, bro? It's like, it kind of seems like it, yes, but the intention wasn't there to be like a fucking full Nazi, bro. It doesn't make sense. It's not like any other fucking liberal has ever made that fucking gesture, who, by the way, none of the liberal were like, oh, he did the Nazi salute, fuck this guy, you know? It's always the same thing. It's liberal against fucking Republicans. I'm not gonna get political, but it's always the same shit. It's like, bro. You know, it's like, everyone made that gesture at some point. Nobody fucking... Even Obama did it. It's like, nobody even fucking... It's like, only when the Republicans do something slightly out of context, it's like, oh my god, we're gonna fuck them over now. We're gonna make all the people who voted for them think that, oh, we were gonna get fucking killed and murdered now. Bonk will 2x this week. Bonk will never 2x. Bonk will never 2x. There's no fucking way Bonk 2x's. I don't know how many times I've invested in Bonk, but Bonk never got to a fucking high point. At any fucking point in my life, I've never seen Bonk hit like 100x. Or not even 2x, sorry, 2x. It hasn't even hit that a single time. It's always the same fucking patterns. With like meme coins weren't like mint authority, freeze authority. It's like you gotta check these coins before you invest in them. Fuck, I don't remember on what you check it on. I think it's rug check. Yeah, it's on this site right here. You go to this example, let's go to Bonk. Check. It's good. You know, there's a slight stinky poo poo in there's a slight like shit like coming out of like the butt crack, but nothing too serious, you know. It's, you might get fucked or you might not, but I think this, yeah, this might be the valid one because there's multiple bunks, bro. It's not like there's only one, you know. This is outrageous. 3 billion. 91 trillion? Is that 91 trillion supply? This is absolutely insane. But it's the same pattern. Because these are like micro fucking transaction like holds made by, no, actually I don't think so because there's no mint authority. I think it's like these are like each of them are like, holy fuck, what is this? Was that today? Outrageous. Okay, so yesterday we were looking at what is a liquidity sweep, or what is liquidity in just a matter of reason. I'm gonna try to find a few here. Because a breakup structure is slightly different from a liquidity sweep, because when you're trying to spot a breakup structure, it's always like a recent candle you're gonna look at, but liquidity sweep you're gonna also look at the recent candle, but it's also like how can I put this? You're gonna grab a horizontal line, and you watch you watch a low for a low, right? So like example, well, there's multiple example here. It's always the same shit, right? Sweep, rally, then wait. It's always the same thing. Here's another good example of a liquidity sweep. Sweep, rally. I'm gonna try to find. Oh, another for a fall here. We have this one. Horizontal. We have a high right here. Sweep, fall. We're on a 45-minute time frame, so it's also important you look at that. Bro, those fucking fair value gaps everywhere, bro. It's pissing me off. I'd rather just trade futures, to be honest. Futures. Alright. There's one there, but mostly there's 0 other ones. That's good now. So, so right now, we could put this out of an example. We have a high right here. Sweep. It might fall. I mean, it will. It will fall. The odds of it falling further, I don't know. I'm not like really far enough for that, but I mean, to the upside, we also have huge liquidity sweep here, so it might go even higher a bit and then fall.
Where's loan? Yeah. No. Don't talk about it. Did you know that you can make between 5
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, so we finished with liquidity. Now we are at risk management, which I don't know if it's important to look at because I'm only looking for strategies, but then
What is good, guys?
It's also important to have a word, right?
Welcome back. Welcome to boot camp, I believe, day 13. Hopefully you guys are ready to get into some discipline stuff. And for most of you guys, today is going to be relatively easy. For others, you might be able to learn a little bit more. But today we are going to talk about something very basic, which is just risk management, and really the first part about risk management in just trading, and that is literally how much you are risking. Because when people say risk management is the most important thing, it's true, but also like it's the most important thing because of how hard it is due to all the other emotions. So in this video,
It's a bit
we're
loud.
going to talk about what risk management really is, which is literally just how much to risk and when to risk it, and all those other emotions and things that we have to deal with.
We're going through the whole
That comes
boot
from
camp,
discipline.
the whole
So when people
54
say,
videos.
risk
All right,
management is the
we're
most
locked
important
in.
thing, it's not wrong, but it's is this thing on? Yeah, it's not wrong, but it's also, I guess, just not phrased the right way. I would say discipline is the most important thing, and just having a stable and strong headspace is the most important thing. And not many people have that. Believe it or not, in this world, and you tend to find that, you find someone that's super disciplined, they're making a lot of money. Same thing applies to trading. If you're super disciplined, that money will come, just like with any other job, right? If you put in the work, the money will come right back to you. You just got to do the right stuff and don't slip up. Okay, so today it's going to be a relatively quick video, but it is very important if you don't know anything about it. And like I said, all over TikTok, and like I've said at the beginning, we are doing this from scratch, so this is essential for me to mention, especially because I feel like a lot of you guys come into this thinking you are going to make 100K in your first year. I hate to ruin your dreams. I hate to break it to you, bro.
When it's time to scale your business,
Bro, I swear those
time
fucking
for
ads.
Shopify.
There's way too
Everything
many
you
of
need
them.
to grow the way you want. Like,
You're not gonna make shit. You're going to lose money probably in your first year, probably in your second year. Imagine this is like college tuition. You're paying for the lessons. Okay? So how can we make it so we lose the least amount of money? Because it's kind of impossible to just start off rip. Even if you've been trading on demo, even if you go from demo, profitable on demo, to live, there is going to be an in-between where you are losing money. Just because your emotions, it's so hard, and that's why half of this literal boot camp is all dedicated to emotions. So hopefully we can start nipping those things in the ass and cut out a lot of these problems that you'll face along the way, as long as you guys listen, as long as you listen. Okay, so today, what are we talking about? We're talking about risk management, how much you should risk per trade, and that's about it, and how often you should trade, because that's really all risk management is, right? What are we doing? Managing our risk. How do we do that? Understand what we're risking and understand not to overdo it, okay? So how can we do that? What I like to do, very simple, okay? Risk 1 to 3% of your account. And that's it, okay? You're risking 1 to 3% of your account size per trade, okay? And depending on if you do futures, if you do options, if you do Forex, there's a bunch of different ways to calculate this and figure out your risk. And it's relatively easy on all of them. And a little simple Google search can help you out. How do I risk 1% of my account doing options with this stop loss? How do I risk 1 to 3% of my account doing futures with a 2-point stop loss, with a 5-point stop loss, with a 10-point stop loss, right? How do I calculate how do I figure out 1% risk on this account size with this pip stop loss for Forex, for example? Okay, simple Google search or literally just looking up lot size calculator, position size calculator, all of those things work. That's not for me to do, that's for you to do. That's your homework. There you go. That's one step of your homework. Okay, you can figure out where you can find out to calculate that. That's not what I'm here for. Google can do that in 2 seconds, and I'm not going to waste my time explaining that. So that being said, you're going to risk 1 to 3% of your account. Why are we doing this? Well, let's think about it logically, right? If we are risking 1% of our account per trade, that means we would have to lose 100 trades in a row to lose that account completely. Will that happen? Rarely, right? You may be asset trading, but you will probably get at least like 2 out of your 10 trades say hit take profit, whether it's from luck or just, it'll probably be from luck if you're terrible at trading, right? Right, it's pretty much impossible to blow your account risking 1% per trade, because that pretty much means you would have to lose 100 trades in a row, and you aren't going to do that. And then from there, it's like, okay, let's say let's say you're losing 80% of the time. If you're only risking 1%, then at the end of the year, you'll still have 20% of that account left, and that's still money that you saved, right? Instead of blowing all of it in 2 weeks and then having to refund it, right? So let's
just clear something up, all right? Because I've been seeing this blowing up everywhere, and it's just fucking downright stupid. Elon Musk is not a Nazi. He might be slightly off somewhere, but he's much smarter than all of us, and he knows that he's definitely not a fucking Nazi, all right? There's just no fucking way. Downright, it would be the dumbest fucking shit to ever do on. It's just obvious, bro. It's like no one in their goddamn fucking mind today is gonna be like, oh yeah, Nazis fine. They know that. They're not fucking stupid. It's like, where are we today, bro? It's like, the fuck is that? He's clearly not a fucking Nazi, bro. It's like we're seeing this everywhere, bro. Just calm the fuck down. Look at these four. They look fine now. Politics, man. Fuck that. Honestly.
think about this logically. Would you rather be able to keep the initial account that you started with, or would you rather keep having to fund that same amount of money that's in your account right now every fucking week because you keep losing it?
Grammarly's proactive, automatic writing suggestions are great, but sometimes you just want to tell Grammarly how to help. Rewriting text works the same way. Highlight some text and type a prompt describing how you want to change it. Tone, style, length, you name it, Grammarly does it. Download Grammarly for free and see it for yourself.
Did you know that Amazon has a $50 million fund that they have to pay out every month? And here's how you can get a cut of it. My name.
All because you want to get rich quick, and we know damn well you aren't, right? We talked about this at the very beginning. You will not get rich quick doing this. Get that fucking out of your head. Okay, get it out of your head. And once that's gone, say, okay, cool. I'll get rich slow. Relatively slow, right? So I'll get risk slow. How do you do that? By risking 1 to 3% of your account. Okay. What else does this mean? This also means, okay, yeah, we're risking 1% per trade. That means it takes 100 trades for us, to lose everything. However, What happens if you take 100 trades in a day? That means that account will be gone in a day. And we can't risk that. We can't. This is a risk on marketplace. This is a risk on asset. This is a risk on job. Okay? If you are the type of person that needs instant gratification and you need it every second of the day, this is not for you. Because with trading, trading is not what people paint it out to be. Trading is waking up and doing something without emotion, and you have to be able to make up to upwards of 60K in a day and be emotionless, and also lose, up to like 20. I lost like 27K like 2 weeks ago in one trade in a day. And you have to be emotionless, because the second your emotions plug in, boom, you're fucked. That account, consider that gone. Literally consider it gone. The second you start over trading, the second you start taking more than the set amount of trades that you wanted to take per day, the minute you start doing more than that, that's when you're screwed. The minute you start risking more, that's when you're screwed. And you're probably thinking, no, that's not going to be me. It's not going to be me. I'm going to follow TJR. Trust me, you will make this mistake without a doubt. But again, remember what we said last time, last discipline class. Understand when the mistake happens and never do it again, right? It's like, imagine you have the best job in the world and you have a boss and you're getting paid millions of dollars a year, and you fuck up, you make a mistake, and your boss comes to you and says, I could fire you right now, or I'll give you one more chance, but you can never make this mistake again, right? Never make that mistake again, because this is literally the exact same situation, because you are literally on pace to pretty much an infinite source of money with this skill, as long as you follow these damn rules. Because think about it this way, if you had $200,000 in your trading account, would you be trading the way that you are now? Would you be risking 20 to 30% per trade? Would you be risking your entire account on a trade? Would you be taking 10 trades a day? And would you be okay with losing 10 trades every single day with that high of a risk? You probably wouldn't, especially if it was $200,000. And you're probably saying, TJR, my account's not at that size right now. I know it's not at that size, but you have to treat it as if it is at that size, because that's just like, some bitch ass kid in high school or in college saying, I don't got to do this, I don't got to do that, I'm not in the NBA yet. Well, how the fuck do you think you're going to get into the NBA? How the fuck do you expect yourself to get to that point if you can't even act and hold yourself like the people that are already doing it are, How do you expect to get there? You really think you're going to do it a different way? You really think of all these people that are doing this successfully, you really think that you can do it a different way? Right? Let's think about this. Okay? So, now that we understand all that, perfect. Fucking stick to it. That's what risk management is. Clap it up. You figured it out. You're done. Now you just got to stick to it. And that's the hard part. So, super fucking easy video today. Write down in your notes. Risk management. What am I risking? 1 to 3% per trade. How many trades am I taking per day? This is what I would like to say. Risk 1 to 3% of your account per day. That just makes it easy. That makes it the easiest thing possible, because then it's like, okay, I can take 2 trades with 1.5% risk, or I can take 1 trade with 1% risk. I can take 1 trade with 3% risk. I can take 3 trades with 1% risk. Either way, you're still within that threshold, and you can take, 1 or 2 setups, right? If you see 2 setups for the day, perfect. And guys, the nice thing is, you're not always going to see multiple setups every day. Who knows? Some days you might not see any setups and you risk 0 on the day. Other times you see 2 setups and you want to, go heavier on the risk because all the biases are aligning, right? And that we'll cover that in this course as well. But for risk management, 1 to 3% a day, because all you're doing here is living to trade another day. If you can live to trade another day, there will always be setups tomorrow. This market is not going anywhere. This market's not going anywhere, so stop trying to rush the process. Like, you guys realize you are trying to go from 0 to 100K in under a month. Do you realize how fucking stupid that sounds? You are, okay, that's you. That's you. It is you. Okay, that is you. If you think that is possible, if you are a child.
I can't wait to watch TJR's video today. I can't wait to become a millionaire in 2 days.
That's you. If you're watching this, saying, yeah, I'm trying to be a $1 million trader by the end of this year, come on, guys. Let's be ambitious. Let's be slightly over ambitious. Let's not, and I didn't even want this bitch ass gun. I was just trying to be like you. Let's be slightly overly ambitious. Let's not be fucking liars. Okay? I don't want this shit.
The Forex.com app. Use one-swipe trading to enjoy lightning-fast trading wherever you are, offering advanced trading view.
It looks straight. No, it's not straight. That's good. That's straight? Oh my god, that's fucking not straight. No, I think it's my camera. I think it's my webcam that's not straight. Wait. Amigo! Amigo. Okay. Amigo. Let's go.
Charts and
Okay.
Okay. I think we've had enough.
Ever dreamed of having your online business to make money from the comfort of your own home? Well, let me tell you, it's easier than you think.
One easy and fast way that people generate a passive income is by creating a website. Whether you have a product to sell or a service to offer or just something you're passionate about, a website is your gateway to the world. And the best way to get your website online is with hosting. Whether you're a total beginner or you've built websites before, Hostinger offers all the...
Alright, this is attempt number 2 to make this video. We are currently in Miami right now, and I recorded this out on the balcony, but my computer overheated, so this is going to be take 2 and probably a sloppier version of it. But what's good, Jits? Welcome to fucking boot camp day, I don't even know, 16 or 15, maybe 4. I have no clue what day it is. But yeah, we're in this shit.
Why is the audio fucked up?
What, like, we've tapped 2 weeks now, right? But anyways, today we're talking about fair value gaps, liquidity voids, imbalances, whatever you guys want to call them in the market. And most of the time we would do this on like a little chart, but as you guys know how we've been setting like this whole shit up for this boot camp, I'm pretty much going to split up all those little building blocks into 3 separate videos, just so you guys have like a chance to take everything in and like actually properly understand the shit. So today it's literally just going to be one-on-one, me explaining what fair value gaps are, why we want to use them, how we can understand them in the market, to actually be confident in taking a trade based off of it. Because for me, I would much rather have a take a trade based off of actual like market confluence and orders being filled and actually seeing that, versus it bounced off a floor or like it hit a ceiling so it's going to go down. Like, are we being dead ass about that off of a drawing that you put on a chart? I have no hate towards support and resistance traders. It just doesn't make sense to me why you would, essentially bet on something like that. But I mean, hey, some people make money doing it. This just makes more sense to me. It makes me feel safer about putting money into the market. So with that being said, let's get into fair value gaps. Part fucking 1, boys. So what is a fair value gap? What's a liquidity void? What's an imbalance? It's literally all of those are pretty much the same thing. So I like to call it just a liquidity void. So similar to how we talked about liquidity in those past 3 trading videos, that's where, orders are residing. That's where the market wants to target to take out those orders, to execute those orders at this certain price point. This is quite literally the opposite. This is a void, a price range where there are no contradicting orders. So if we see a big move up, right? Why are we seeing that move up in the first place? Because there's no sell orders through that fucking 1, boys. So what is a fair value gap? What's a liquidity void? What's an imbalance? It's literally all of those are pretty much the same thing. So I like to call it just a liquidity void. So similar to how we talked about liquidity in those past 3 trading videos, that's where, orders are residing. That's where the market wants to target to take out those orders, to execute those orders at this certain price point. This is quite literally the opposite. This is a void, a price range where there are no contradicting orders. So if we see a big move up, right? Why are we seeing that move up in the first place? Because there's no sell orders through that price range. That's the liquidity void. That's the imbalance. That's the fair value gap. Same thing to the downside, right? If we see a big drop to the downside with no hesitation and it just dumps, right? That's a liquidity void. That's the imbalance. And why is it a liquidity void? Because there's literally no resting buy orders throughout that massive drop down. If there were resting buy orders, price would go down, pull up a little bit, go down a little bit more. Yes, maybe it's bearish and it still closes bearish, but there's still resting buy orders. So this is what it helps us do. We can actually be able to spot where there is no liquidity on the market. And if we think about this logically, right, when we're within a trend and price obviously moves with higher highs and higher lows. Where are those higher lows going to draw to? Where are those retracements going to draw to? Probably into those areas that where liquidity was not before, right? And then what's going to happen?
Sorry, I have to. It's like my mind just wanders off somewhere. I have very bad ADHD. I just have to.
So what is a fair value gap? What's a liquidity void? What's an imbalance? It's literally all of those are pretty much the same thing. So I like to call it just a liquidity void. So similar to how we talked about liquidity in those past 3 trading videos, that's where, orders are residing. That's where the market wants to target to take out those orders, to execute those orders at a certain price point. This is quite literally the opposite. This is a void, a price range where there are no contradicting orders. So if we...
Okay. So basically, like here, this is what he's talking about right here. Can we get a square, just a normal fucking square? Like this fucking gap right here. Like this big gap here. I don't know if the triangle is the good way to put it, but this gap, like right here, the gap is what he's talking about. What the fuck? Okay. Can we not get a fucking square here? What? I am slightly autistic.
See a big move up, right? Why are we seeing that move up in the first place? Because there's no sell orders through that price range. That's the liquidity void. That's the imbalance. That's the fair value gap.
I'm making myself ramen noodles because I can't focus. I don't know why, but I just can't focus right now. Lack of, never mind. I just need ramen noodles to focus. This is just my main thing. It's like if I'm eating food and you're explaining to me the hardest mathematical equations of the world, I'm gonna understand it completely. It's like if I have food, I will be the biggest listener and genius at the same time. But if you're giving me nothing to work with while I'm listening to you, it's like my mind is just gonna wander off into the fucking Alice in Wonderland somewhere. It's like, it's not working. Is this safe, chat? Shut the fuck up. Professional vape tester. Le ramen noodle! Aïe aïe aïe. J'ai faim. Ça doit être prêt là. Bro, I almost just burned my entire fucking house down cooking ramen noodles. Oh, I swear, bro, there's a fucking big fire upstairs. I just don't want to fucking close it. It's good, bro. We're good. We're chilling. Alright. It's time to lock in.
Same thing to the downside, right? If we see a big drop to the downside with no like hesitation and it just dumps, right? That's a liquidity void. That's the imbalance. And why is it a liquidity void? Because there's literally no resting buy orders throughout that massive drop down. If there were resting buy orders, price would go down, pull up a little bit, go down a little bit more. Yes, maybe it's bearish and it still closes bearish, but there's still resting buy orders. So this is what it helps us do. We can actually be able to spot where there is no liquidity on the market. And if we think about this logically, right, when we're within a trend and price obviously moves with higher highs and higher lows, where are those higher lows going to draw to? Where are those retracements going to draw to? You know, probably into those areas that where liquidity was not before, right? And then what's going to happen once we get into those areas? Market makers can execute their orders because they know, right, there is a emptiness of liquidity. They know that right when they place their orders within there, market's going to move in their direction. So how is this beneficial to us? How can we, you know, we'll talk about how we can spot it in 2 days on the next trading video, but why is this beneficial to us? One, it helps us accurately kind of understand, okay, where does price want to draw to when it's retracing, right? Fair value gaps are used for retracements. I don't use fair value gaps for like entries necessarily. I use liquidity sweeps to understand where market's going, and then I use fair value gaps to kind of like figure out where price maybe wants to draw to, or for like a secondary entry. And we'll go into all of that stuff once we get deeper into strategy. But this is super useful because if we see price in an uptrend drawing back down and we can find a liquidity void and then we see a reaction off of that, or like a break of structure on a lower time frame, boom, like why wouldn't you execute that? Because you know there's a lack of orders lying within there, you know the trend is going up, and if you see a break of structure on a smaller time frame after a fair value gap or an imbalance or a liquidity void getting filled on a larger time frame, why wouldn't you enter there? You know, that's literally, you know, you see, okay, price is in this range where there's a lack of liquidity for opposing orders, right? If we're in an uptrend, there's no sell orders laying within here, and then we see a break of market structure on a lower time frame, why wouldn't you execute? Right? Doesn't that make so much sense for you to execute on a trade like that versus, oh, price hit?
Every trader on this floor uses these three main tools. Let's go and have a look what they are. Right, with the amount of trading tools,
what's an imbalance? It's literally all of those are pretty much the same thing. So I like to call it just a liquidity void. So similar to how we talked about liquidity in those past 3 trading videos, that's where, you know,
I'm gonna listen to it like a couple of times so I'm sure I understand.
Execute those orders at the
because like I said, I'm autistic.
Price point. This is quite literally the opposite. This is a void, a price range where there are no contradicting orders. So if we see a big move up, right? Why are we seeing that move up in the first place? Because there's no sell orders through that price range. That's the liquidity void. That's the imbalance. That's the fair value gap. Same thing to the downside, right? If we see a big drop to the downside with no like hesitation and it just dumps, right? That's a liquidity void. That's the imbalance. And why is it a liquidity void? Because there's literally no resting buy orders throughout that massive drop down. If there were resting buy orders, price would go down, pull up a little bit, go down a little bit more. Yes, maybe it's bearish and it still closes bearish, but there's still resting buy orders. So this is what it helps us do. We can actually be able to spot where there is no liquidity on the market. And if we think about this logically, right, when we're within a trend and price obviously moves with higher highs and higher lows, where are those higher lows going to draw to? Where are those retracements going to draw to? You know, probably into those areas that where liquidity was not before, right? And then what's going to happen once we get into those areas, market makers can execute their orders because they know, right, there is a emptiness of liquidity. They know that right when they place their orders within there, market's going to move in their direction. So how is this beneficial to us? How can we, we'll talk about how we can spot it in 2 days on the next trading video, but why is this beneficial to us? One, it helps us accurately kind of understand, okay, where does price want to draw to when it's retracing, right? Fair value gaps are used for retracements. I don't use fair value gaps for like entries necessarily. I use liquidity sweeps to understand where market's going, and then I use fair value gaps to kind of like figure out where price maybe wants to draw to, or for like a secondary entry, and we'll go into all of that stuff once we get deeper into strategy. But this is super useful because if we see price in an uptrend drawing back down and we can find a liquidity void and then we see a reaction off of that, or like a break of structure on a lower time frame, boom, like why wouldn't you execute that? Because there's a lack of orders lying within there, the trend is going up, and if you see a break of structure on a smaller time frame after a fair value gap or an imbalance or a liquidity void getting filled on a larger time frame, why wouldn't you enter there? That's literally, you see, okay, price is in this range where there's a lack of liquidity for opposing orders, right? If we're in an uptrend, there's no sell orders laying within here, and then we see a break of market structure on a lower time frame, why wouldn't you execute? Right? Doesn't that make so much sense for you to execute on a trade like that versus, oh, price hit my fucking ceiling within here, and then we see a break of market structure on a lower time frame? Off of that, or like a break of structure on a lower time frame, boom, like why wouldn't you execute that? Because there's a lack of orders lying within there, the trend is going up, and if you see a break of structure orders, because they know, right, there is a emptiness of liquidity. They know that right when they place their orders within there, market's going to move in their direction. So how is this beneficial to us? How can we, we'll talk about how we can spot it in 2 days on the next trading video, but why is this beneficial to us? One, it helps us accurately kind of understand, okay, where does price want to draw to when it's retracing, right? Fair value gaps are used for retracements. I don't use fair value gaps for like entries necessarily. I use liquidity sweeps to understand where market's going, and then I use fair value gaps to kind of like figure out where price maybe wants to draw to, or for like a secondary entry, and we'll go into all of that stuff once we get deeper into strategy. But this is super useful because if we see price in an uptrend drawing back down and we can find a liquidity void and then we see a reaction off of that, or like a break of structure on a lower time frame, boom, like why wouldn't you execute that? Because there's a lack of orders lying within there, the trend is going up, and if you see a break of structure on a smaller time frame after a fair value gap or an imbalance or a liquidity void getting filled on a larger time frame, why wouldn't you enter there? That's literally, you see, okay, price is in this range where there's a lack of liquidity for opposing orders, right? If we're in an uptrend, there's no sell orders laying within here, and then we see a break of market structure on a lower time frame, why wouldn't you execute? Right? Doesn't that make so much sense?
We're gonna go over it on Wikipedia because I know he's explaining it to me, but Okay, so I was wrong this entire time. Okay. A fair value gap is a price gap on a chart that occurs when there is an imbalance between buyers and sellers. Fair value gaps are popular trading strategy that can be used to identify areas of support or resistance. So I'm not signed in. Fuck that. Oh. Wait. Um. So isn't that a fair? Isn't that like what it is? Like a fair value gap is like this, this, but I just for fuck's sake.
No, like I have no hate towards support and resistance traders. It just doesn't make sense to me why you would, you know, essentially bet on something like that. But I mean, hey, some people make money doing it. This just makes more sense to me. It makes me feel safer about putting money into the market. So with that being said, let's get into fair value gaps. Part fucking 1, boys. So what is a fair value gap? What's a liquidity void? What's an imbalance? It's literally all of those are pretty much the same thing. So I like to call it just a liquidity void. So similar to how we talked about liquidity in those past 3 trading videos, that's where, you know, orders are residing. That's where market wants to target to take out those orders, to execute those orders at this certain price point. This is quite literally the opposite. This is a void, a price range where there are no contradicting orders. So if we see a big move up, right, why are we seeing that move up in the first place? Because there's no sell orders through that price range. That's the liquidity void. That's the imbalance. That's the fair value gap. Same thing to the downside, right? If we see a big drop to the downside with no like hesitation and it just dumps, right? That's a liquidity void. That's the imbalance. And why is it a liquidity void? Because there's literally no resting buy orders throughout that massive drop down. If there were resting buy orders, price would go down, pull up a little bit, go down a little bit more. Yes, maybe it's bearish and it still closes bearish, but there's still resting buy orders. So this is what it helps us do. We can actually be able to spot where there is no liquidity on the market. And if we think about this logically, right, when we're within a trend and price obviously moves with higher highs and higher lows, where are those higher lows going to draw to? Where are those retracements going to draw to? You know, probably into those areas that where liquidity was not before, right? And then what's going to happen once we get into those areas? Market makers can execute their orders because they know, right, there is a emptiness of liquidity. They know that right when they place their orders within there, market's going to move in their direction. So how is this beneficial to us? How can we, you know, we'll talk about how we can spot it in 2 days on the next trading video, but why is this beneficial to us? One, it helps us accurately kind of understand, okay, where does price want to draw to when it's retracing, right? Fair value gaps are used for retracements. I don't use fair value gaps for like entries necessarily. I use liquidity sweeps to understand where market's going, and then I use fair value gaps to kind of like figure out where price maybe wants to draw to, or for like a secondary entry. And we'll go into all of that stuff once we get deeper into strategy. But this is super useful because if we see price in an uptrend drawing back down and we can find a liquidity void and then we see a reaction off of that, or like a break of structure on a lower time frame, boom, like why wouldn't you execute that? Because you know there's a lack of orders lying within there, you know the trend is going up, and if you see a break of structure on a smaller time frame after a fair value gap or an imbalance or a liquidity void getting filled on a larger time frame, why wouldn't you enter there? You know, that's literally, you know, you see, okay, price is in this range where there's a lack of liquidity for opposing orders, right? If we're in an uptrend, there's no sell orders laying within here, and then we see a break of market structure on a lower time frame, why wouldn't you execute? right? Doesn't that make so much sense for you to execute on a trade like that versus, oh, price?
I think I understand a little bit more. So, example, let's find the perfect example he just said. Let's find the perfect example. Oof. Like here to enter here would be dangerous. But it's like, is that a fair value gap? Like, let's be real. Is that a fair value gap? This one right here. I want to draw. Give me a fucking pen. No. So this one is a fair value gap. Because number one, it broke because a break of structure is seen as, wait, we're on a 45-minute time frame, so each tick is 45 minutes, which mean Calice. Wait, fuck the highlighter. Give me a second. No. God damn it. Okay. It broke the recent higher high, which was this one right here. It broke right there. Right there. Oh shit, liquidity sweep right here. Boom. Fall. But then okay, so if I reunite everything that I've just learned, right? Liquidity sweep, boom. Right? Break of structure, which was a downtrend, but then wait. But then it made yeah. It made a higher high than this one. So this is the new higher high. And then a lower high. I know, a lower low. Higher high. I mean, higher low. But then a new, at this point, it was a new higher high. So it broke structure. It got a liquidity sweep from the lower low. Then there's a fair value gap right here, which mean you could enter. From there, well, from here maybe. Ooh, from there. I don't know. I'm not there yet. But technically, if you were to be, because it made a low here, because wait, there's a low and a high. It made a low. It got swept. Okay.
Price hit my fucking ceiling. Are we being dead ass right now? Like, let's use our brains, okay? So I mean, with that being said, that literally is what fair value gaps are. It's literally just a lack of orders within the market, and that's what causes the imbalance to be made. The big ass candle, right? You guys are, and we'll talk about how to spot them in 2 days. But when you guys like see them within the market, most of the time it's a big candle down. Why? Because there's literally no orders stopping it from dropping that far down. Same thing with the upside. There's no sell orders within there that's stopping it from pushing so high up. And then when price comes back into that range, right, it gives the market makers the opportunity to keep pushing price in the direction that they want to. And again, once we start getting all these pieces, it's like, I'm sure even after this video, you guys will start looking into that even more by just seeing, okay, we got liquidity sweep, break of structure, we see the trend starting to form, and then, okay, now I have a fair value gap, oh, I notice it gets filled, smaller time frame, break of structure, boom, we're in, okay? And it's literally as simple as that.
That's something I didn't look to. Okay, so let's go. Is 45 minutes considered a... Okay. So let's go into let's say into the example I was in, which was right here. So let's go into a lower time frame, let's say 5 minutes. Where the fuck are we going? Okay, so we're here. Fuck, we can't see it. We gotta buy a membership. Oh no. Okay. So oh shit, perfect. This one. Okay. So rally. Where could we find a liquidity sweep in this? I'm putting 100% of focus. Okay. Boom! Okay. So there's the liquidity. Sweep. Rally. Then we gotta spot the break of structure. Right before this, because it needs to be a recent. So, well, break of it. Is that a break of structure? Maybe I need to rewatch break of structures.
like that. People really make trading a lot harder than it has to be, and you guys can really fucking simplify it if you just say, okay, this is exactly how price moves. You know, what do we use fair value gaps for? Retracements. Cool. When we see a retracement in the market, figure out where the imbalance is, scale down to a lower time frame, find a break of structure, continuation. Boom. Like, come on, like that shit is so easy. And then, you know, liquidity sweeps. Okay, we see liquidity taken out of the market. Okay, we see a break of structure. Perfect. Execute, right? All of these building blocks, I pretty much have this set up so it's like one size fits all, right? You can trade this on any time frame. You can trade this with any fucking pair, right? You can literally apply these concepts to every financial market because this is how price literally moves. This is how the market moves, and that's why I love the way that I trade, because you can do this on any time frame. If you can't sit on your computer for like 2 hours a day, you know, like scalping or like, you know, actually monitoring it, you can do swing trades where it takes several days to hit. And as we start adding all the building blocks, you start to see like, okay, I can use this, and I don't really understand this, so I don't need it, right? That's the nice thing about this. All of these are pretty much execution like pieces, and it's just like which ones do you want to use? And the more that you know, the better, because then it's like, holy shit, now I have like 5 different confirmations that I can go off of that are all very high confluence and that are all based off of actually like market execution and orders being filled. Who wouldn't want to place a bet on that? That's why I love trading, because I can be like, okay, yeah, I'm actually going to bet on this because I actually believe in this, versus, you know, oh, like, I think it's going to go down because it, you know, like hit a ceiling. Just shit don't make no sense. So with that being said, that's fair value gaps explained. We'll talk about how to spot them tomorrow. No homework today. Actually, the only homework you have to do is like do something that's actually productive. Don't sit around. I mean, if you're watching this video, odds are you're doing something productive right now, but do something else after this video. So you watch this video, go take notes, go on a run, go to the gym, do something that's hard, do something that's uncomfortable. Trust, that's where you grow, all right? When you put yourself in uncomfortable situations, that's where the growth begins. And hey man, I'm still trying to, you know, get uncomfortable even while on vacation. We're in Miami right now. I very well could have just said like, yo, the Wi-Fi's ass. I don't want to upload this video, but here I am on vacation making a fucking video and uploading it on ass Wi-Fi. So, and then after this, it's like, cool, now I feel accomplished. I feel okay with myself. Like I feel proud of myself. I've got something good done for today. And then I can go have my fun. Like there's a perfect balance of having fun and actual work. Like, and to be able to understand that, like if you're working 24/7, that's why I always say like take one day off. If you're working 24/7, bro, you're going to get burnt out. You need a good balance, but it's also like you can't just say, oh yeah, I want my balance, and then just like not actually work, right? There's you know, you know the difference. But yeah, that being said, go do something fun, do something productive, and then go do something fun. I'll see you guys tomorrow when we talk more about discipline and how we can, you know, actually start fucking whipping your ass into shape, because we know how fucking terrible you guys are at staying disciplined within these markets. So hopefully we can start talking about some tips, some tricks, some actual exercises for you guys to start practicing to, you know, actually get you in line. So with that being said, I'll see you boys tomorrow. Peace out.
Bro, this guy is so sexy, bro. It's like, I just love his eyebrows. TJR's eyebrows are insane, bro. But like he said, bro, it's like, just like everyone, bro, just go do something productive. Every single day, find yourself something productive to do. It's like, go fucking work out, go fucking take a run, go work, you know? But you also gotta do it moderately, bro. It's like, you also gotta find some time of peace during your day to at least drop all of that anxiety off, you know? Okay, that was a good stream. I gotta end though, because I gotta go work. The grind never stops! The grind never stops! Yep. So tomorrow, identifying problems. Oh shit, we're on the same building. All right.
Mistakes, those problems, those issues are eliminated because I know where it stems from. And once you can identify where it's actually engaging with that problem, why do I do that?
He's such a smart guy. He's such a very smart guy. But yeah, we're gonna end it for today because I have to get ready for work. Alright, man. See you guys tomorrow.